Greetings, my fellow children of the Spinner in Darkness. Welcome back to Age of Wonders 4. In the previous episode, we took Denvalten, the seat of Zenith the God Vessel, and we feasted upon its occupants, its inhabitants. It was a glorious cannibalistic ritual where we honored and revered the Spinner in Darkness and have renamed the ruin into the Spinner's Feast. Now, we construct our own sinister architecture, and, well, we must repair the realm a little bit, but our people have come swarming to the surface. We have also, in the previous episode, begun the process, and finished the process apparently, of releasing Donartur as a vassal. We've restored its sovereignty, and we'll put sovereignty in quotes there, because they're still very much enthralled to us, which is, of course, a good thing. Now, with all that in place, we have quite a bit of room to expand. We've gotten a much stronger, much larger city, which, as you can see, has bumped up our gold income quite a bit. Mana income, less so. So that's something we now need to worry about. Thankfully, there's a lot I can do to actually make that better. And it's not something we really need to worry about at the moment. We have quite a bit of breathing room thanks to my enormous mana surplus. So we'll figure that out in due time. But for now, the Spinner's Feast is currently a truly mighty city. I believe it is actually our largest. There's a lot we need to do here, though, because a lot of the city is in ruins, thanks to, partly to, Grix the Heart-Eater's rampant pillaging, but also a little bit to our own pillaging. So let's put this back. I think we need to actually repair things before we can start to change things out, because a lot of these are not improvements that we can normally make. We cannot make abbeys, we cannot make circles of zealotry. I don't think we can make tithe collectors, and all that type of stuff. But we need to build a lot of stuff back. All right, it's going to take 3 turns, okay. And these farms here, nope, okay, and we'll repair that one. The mines down here are already being repaired. These conduits are already being repaired. These farms, we need more money. I don't have more money, so we are going to need to do a couple of things here. So first and foremost, as much as Grix the Heart-Eater was one of my non-enemies, we're not really seeing eye to eye right now. She also just claims some territory that has granted me some grievances against her. So I think she's next on my chopping block, mostly because her territory is congesting my territory. The city of Funneled Webs needs room to expand, and while it's got a little bit, still, we can take the Shrieker's Tomb. There's still some territories up around here. The Spinner's Feast as well has a bit of territory to expand, but see, if we could take Blade Hollow, more pertinently, if we could just raise Blade Hollow, that would open up all of this land here for us to connect our cities together, which would be great. We also need to expand up to the Tower of Torment. There's other territories down here that we can take, just so that the horrible cat people can't take them. And I might do that first, because this isn't going to be taken by anyone. Except potentially Grix the Heart-Eater, but we're going to deal with her. So, alright, Virenway the Radiant has built another Seat of Order. No, she's only built her first one. Okay. And we need to make our way down here so that we can start attacking Torbeld before he gets too strong. There's also the matter of, he's only got one, never mind. Not of concern. Mustafa Ibn Nazir as well is of concern. He's got the seed and the root already growing. So hopefully we can deal with that when the time is, or when we have to. Alright, focus crystals. We have acquired focus crystals. Alright, what are focus crystals again? Let me see here. Here they are. We've already got 2 of them. Okay, this is the Astral Essence one. Good stuff. City was released as a vassal. Indeed, Donartur is now a vassal of mine. Is that Elric? Are you alive again? Yeah, he is. He's returned. He was betrayed by Asha Shadowbiter, which of course she did with our blessing, but he doesn't know that. And he'll never know that, because Asha Shadowbiter is loyal to us. Rulers are being denounced by each other. Okay. Ooh, Mustafa Ibn Nazir and Rajar Jadathram are getting at each other. That's good. And Mustafa ibn Nazir and Virenwe are at each other too. Awesome. Okay, because Mustafa ibn Nazir is, I think, our greatest threat, because he's quite powerful. I actually want to look at the general rankings here. We are rank 4. He is rank 3. Okay, interesting. She is rank 2, or Virenwe is rank 2. Rojar is rank 5. Korsgul is rank 6. Torbeld, you better not be rank 1. You are rank 1. Okay, maybe you're the most dangerous threat right now. He's at war with a lot of people. Leofric Shale is fairly weak, and Grix the Heart Eater is currently the weakest. Wonderful! Well, that kind of seals your fate, Grix, since you're the weakest. I think we begin our push towards you, although I want to take the Shrieker's Tomb. Shrieker's Tomb is going to grant more Imperium and more research, both of which are quite good. And we'll be able to get Corrupt Souls, which sound like a lot of fun. The structure can only be entered and fought by an army led by one army led by a hero. So, I had some suggestions that I actually stack 2 heroes into 1 army to deal with that, because it'll make it a little easier. I think that's a pretty good call. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move one of the spiders out, and we're going to actually move Asha, Shadowbiter, into Cenaric's Curseweaver's army. And we're going to head over to the Shrieker's Tomb. It's going to be a slow process. We'll get there. We could teleport. The teleporter's just right there. That would have been a lot faster, but it's too late now. We'll put our spider in this army here, and we have, of course, our guardian spider there. Now, here we have Malisa Shadowbiter. What are you going to do? There are multiple enemies and are ready to move against us. I want to be able to strike multiple targets simultaneously, but at the same time, I also don't want to leave myself undefended or have too many, like, split my armies up too much, because the enemy does like to blob up. So there are a total of 12, 13, okay, what, 15 units here? 15 units. It's mostly tier 1s and 2s. 1 tier 3. So I think 2 of my armies should be able to deal with that when the time is right. So I'm already going to move into position so that we can start besieging that. Now, I believe our capital is Nidgard, which is down here. No, it's not her throne city. Where is your throne city? I don't actually know. Perhaps it's Duskwatch now? It is. So she's moved her capital to Duskwatch. Just smart. It's out of the way. So regardless of how we do this, it's going to be kind of a grueling battle, or a grueling series of conflicts in order to get what we need. So I'm actually going to cluster all 3 of my forces together here. Our armies up here are, alas, just going to have to sit here and wait. We could launch an attack on the cat people, but we'll be fighting on their terms, or on their turf. It's going to be quite dangerous. I don't know how many armies they have. I'm pretty sure they've got a few. And while our armies are strong, I don't like our chances. So we're going to hold off on that before we attack the cat people. Besides, they're low priority, low threat at the moment. They haven't moved against us yet, even though we're technically at war. In fact, I wonder, can we negotiate a peace? Buddy. That's a steep price that I'm definitely not paying. Absolutely not happening. Alright. Alright, we've produced our arcane battlements here. That's good. Unfortunately, we have no gold to buy anything else. So we're just gonna have Arachna's Veil produce gold at the moment. Ah, hold on. Governor assignment. We are missing a governor for one of our cities. Probably the Spinner's Feast? No, right? Surely not. Sorry, wrong button. No, you do not have a governor. Alright. Okay. Yeah, I guess we just put Asha Shadowbiter in charge of the Spinner's Feast. That's fine. It's... As far as our cities goes, it doesn't... Well, it still can expand quite a bit. It's just, expanding it is going to really hamper our stability, but that's okay. I think we'll be fine. Yeah, let's end our turn. As we move into position, we are going to attempt to take the Shrieker's tomb, and by that point, we should have, yeah, 3 turns. We'll have another population slot, so we'll be able to actually take the Shrieker's tomb as well, which would be good stuff. And we can save up on our Imperium, because I would like to be able to unlock another city at some point soon, because with another city, we can get another hero. And heroes are pretty cool. You know, inevitably, you're not going to have every army being led by a hero like a Total War game. Which I kind of like, that you don't have to have heroes leading your armies. Opens up a lot more flexibility. But it would be cool to get more of them, regardless. Beckoning of spring. A nymph comes frolicking from faraway fields and dances before you, flowers springing up from wherever her feet land. You are drawn into the depths of her eyes, like bottomless pools of cool green water. Her dance grows more feral and intense. The nymph seems to receive pleasure from her exaggerated movements, until she suddenly stops in a suggestive pose, her ravenous gaze lingering upon your body. Hey, wait a minute. Celebrate spring's fertility with me, seer. Expose me to your dominion's potency. Can your expansion impress the nymph? Hold on here, wait a minute. Do not seduce me, Forest Witch. All cities in my empire lose 18 stability. That sounds kind of bad. Commission a husbandry expert to breed a fire wyvern mount. That would be really cool, but I don't have the money for it. Fortify warrior bloodlines in the spinner's nest by increasing their rations. Growth in the spinner's nest is blocked for 3 turns. That's perfectly fine. We would get a bunch of draft. I mean, we could use that draft, but the problem is I'm bottlenecked for gold. Or we could collapse the mine, which would, for 6 turns, lose 75 production, but gain 128 food. The problem is I can't use the food for anything, to my knowledge. Like, greater food income will cause cities to grow faster. That's basically all it does. So when you have no more room to grow a city, it's kind of pointless. I wish there was more you could do with this. Like, obviously, it gets converted to gold, right? No, hold on. No, it doesn't. I don't know. Let's do this. Because this actually seems useful and we don't have to lose production. So I'm not doing anything with production either. Well, I mean, since we have a ton of draft, let's actually create some Dark Knights here. 4 magic upkeep is fine. The 20 gold upkeep I can definitely take right now, so screw it. That just built instantaneously. That's awesome. Alright, well then... we build more? Or do we build some hunting spiders? That's 7 magic upkeep to build a hunting spider, though. Alright, what's the upkeep on these? They're free, right? Yeah, because this... no, it doesn't actually show the upkeep here. There. That's the upkeep on those. And these? They're 12 magic upkeep for these wargs. Sorry. That's very expensive. Can I, remove this unit? Can I... how do I, disband this unit, yeah. I don't need super expensive creatures at this point. Well, we have more draft. I could construct a just a hunting spider here. Hunting spiders are pretty good, and that, wow, that also builds instantly. So, well, I guess we'll get a nice spider army brewing in the back over there. We'll use our draft. We may as well, right? Always good to have a reserve force. We can teleport it up to the surface to assist in the cleansing of these wretched necromantic goblins when the time is right. Ah, look, the game's doing its, so basically this is the one bug I've seen in this game, is that it sometimes does that. Okay, now it's just doing it a lot, and then I, like, click the edge of the screen and it still goes. Until I smash buttons, until it fixes itself. But then it sometimes just does it again. It's kind of weird, but it's not that big of a deal. So, yeah, we're gonna just advance everybody to where they need to go. We'll get our forces into position and all that, but I won't make you guys watch that. So I have skipped through an extra turn because functionally it was just me moving stuff and doing nothing else because I was saving gold. What did happen was we completed our research of the Astral Serpents and are now moving on to researching Astral Keepers. I want all these multiple-eyed Eldritch Horrors as part of my army because, you know, that's what the Spinner in Darkness asks of me. So, we stand ready to attack the Shrieker's Tomb. Now, we have a slight, just a slight issue. I got 2 tier 2 units. I feel like they're going to be a weak link. So what I might do, move one of them out, and hints, I already cast it. And I do have the mana. So let's throw an Astral Serpent in there. Yeah. Ready? Okay. In the wrong square, but that's okay. So, let's take a look at these guys while we're doing stuff. Ah, good, they do have more eyes. I was wondering, like, the one eye on the front is cool and all. I do like my Cyclopean flying sea creatures a whole lot. But I was just kind of worried, like, one eye just doesn't cut it. But thankfully, it seems they've got that covered. So you've got 6, 12, 13 eyes. I love it. That is perfect. That is the correct amount of eyes. When it's a number that isn't 8, of course. Obviously, 8 is the objectively best number of eyes that you can have, but when it's not 8, 13. So, this is a fighter unit, so that's going to be good. This is going to be a nice frontline unit. It's no spider, but it's a thing. Right? The Spinner in Darkness approves of this. So, it's got the melee strike, which does a lot of damage, especially if you're able to land multiple hits, because that's that's terrifying. It's 21 damage per hit. Obviously, these might be reduced by armor and stuff, and resistances. And it's split among electricity, physical, and poison, which is great. And it's going to be dealing 30% more damage against low morale targets, and has a 30% chance with each hit to inflict poisoned. And it's got Shattered Refuge, which does 22 magic damage. Can attack at range, so it's cool. They have a ranged attack. Does have a 2 cooldown, which is fair. Unit teleports... Oh, it's not really a ranged attack. It's kind of a melee attack. Unit teleports to target hex, dealing damage to adjacent units. Oh my god. And that's 22 electricity damage. Then this unit gains refuge, which makes them invulnerable. Does stun them. But, how cool is that? And then we have the Astral Membrane. Melee attackers have a 30% chance of becoming stunned when attacking this thing. That's what I'm assuming we get out of that. That's awesome. We have our usual stuff. Yeah, all of our usual stuff. Very cool. It's got a very low shock defense, as in it's got a shock weakness. No gold upkeep. Does have magic upkeep, but no gold upkeep. I like that. Very cool. We'll keep one spider just for the webbing, and, you know, this is a spider build after all. It's kind of a spider and eldritch horror build, to be fair. Let's go investigate this tomb and give it a look. Okay, this province has already been claimed. Capturing it causes other rulers to gain a grievance against you. Yeah, we don't care about that. Everyone hates us anyways, so there's absolutely no reason why we shouldn't just exacerbate that. Alright, as you near the gates of the Shrieker's Tomb, the noise of busy pickaxes echoes from its walls. A band of grave robbers can be spotted working inside, but before you can act, one of the grave robbers yells in horror when a skeletal hand grabs his arm. The grave robbers flee, leaving you and your army to deal with the bone dragon and other horrors that emerge from the coffins around you. The grave robbers' greed has awakened the dead, and you find yourself in the middle of it. Oh boy. So we can cast a spell to delay the undead. It would cost us 290 mana, and they would gain delayed stirring skeletons. Every 2 turns, one attacking unit becomes haunted. When this unit effect expires, any adjacent sarcophagus obstacle is destroyed and summons a unit on the defender's side. Okay, that says it right here. Okay, so we want to avoid the sarcophaguses. Let's do it. Yeah, we're obviously going to fight this manually because it's a wonder battle, and the first one of each wonder battle I definitely want to do because they are very cool. Oh god, avoiding the sarcophaguses, sarcophagi. Sorry. That's gonna be difficult, because they're fucking everywhere. Alright. You go there. We're just gonna basically form a defensive line in a place where... Ooh. We're just gonna have minimal chance of, hitting sarcophagus. Obviously, we're not gonna be able to, fully avoid them. Okay, I'd rather than cluster units, although clustering units, that's a dragon. That's a dragon, which means it's gonna spit. Okay, cluster units less, but keep them clustered when possible around a single sarcophagus. Okay, we're not gonna be able, we're gonna have to, be around 2 of them. Actually, no, we don't have to be around 2 of them, because I can move my Astral Serpent up on a flank. These are gonna be a really good flanking unit. So they can move fast, and then they can just warp into wherever you might want them to be. Okay, yeah, you move up to there, actually. We'll send our Astral Horrors over on this flank. Okay. I don't know where the enemy is going to, focus. So that's 2 Bone Dragons, 2 Bone Wyverns, and a crappy unit of Skeletons. Let's start this off. So we have the Virulent Outbreak ability, I believe. On you? No. Or do we have Mass Rejuvenation here? All friendly animals and plants within 2 hexes become strengthened. I mean, we do have an animal right there. I could do that. Let's actually do that. So, they will now be strengthened for 3 turns. I could run in there already and launch an attack. We could cluster the enemy up there. There's no tombs right nearby. My Caustic Worm may die. But I think that's probably a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Or what we can do, even better, is conjure a Totem of the Wild. I'm going to put it right back here just to divide up enemy forces. So that's going to draw some attention. And then we're going to send our worm in here. Okay. Ah, perfect. Perfect. Very good. Or we can demon step in here, but that'll also hit my worm, so we don't want to do that. No, I'm just going to move regularly. Or I could sprint. Nah, don't need to do the sprinting. No, just go here. It's gonna... Now I have elusive and, slippery. No, none of this really matters. Okay. Should have given me +8 movement. I guess that's like 2 extra spaces, because every space is 4 movement. It's a little bit deceptive, how that works. Anyways, I think this is the best place to hit anyways, because it's gonna hit all of its potential units that it can. Okay, man, no way to avoid sarcophaguses here. And I'm not in range otherwise, so I kind of have to advance. Just so that I can do things. We can finish the skeletons off. Probably best bet. Just get rid of them. And you have a range of 6. That's not going to cut it. So you're going to advance here. Just stick to this one that is going to haunt 2 sarcophaguses, but what can you do? Same with our spider. There's just no way to... Actually, there is a way. We can move here. It puts us adjacent to 1. We could leap into a better position. But at the same time, I don't want to necessarily do that, because our web spit has a range of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we could land that up there and potentially hit multiple targets from that direction in the next turn. So I think that's what we're going to do. We've engaged the enemy. We're dictating the terms of engagement here. And we should be able to call in... Oh, hold on. Some still units can act? Yeah, that's fine. As they go into defensive mode. Oh, God. Okay, so my spiders are haunted. So we need to move them away from sarcophaguses. Okay, now that's going to be difficult, because... Alright, I'm okay with that, because that only hit 1 unit, and it did poison, which is not... Okay, that, on the other hand, was a little bit more painful. And more skeletons have come out. Not sure how that happened. Did the sarcophagus just take damage and break? And that summoned the skeletons? Hold on. I did not see you guys. Necromancers back there. Perhaps... No, they weren't summoned by the Necromancers, because the Necromancers just did the other thing. Nice retaliation there, though, from the worm. Okay, we have Hell Pigs. Awesome. Our Hell Pigs are definitely going to threaten the Necromancers, but what I currently want to do is do the Caustic Eruption right here, because that's... Whoops. Oh, that only hits enemies. Good stuff. Excellent. That was pretty good, gotta say. So we can assassinate this wyvern. 85% chance of killing it. Just a free action. And it's dead. Wonderful. And then we move Asha Shadowbiter. Hold on, I could Demon Step right here? Yeah. That's gonna hit a lot. That's gonna hit the entire enemy team. Thing is, I don't want her to die, so we need to be very careful if I do this. Actually, before we do this, let's lob some webs in here. Very good. And then, do I wait on you? There's other options here. So we can do a Baneful Curse right here as well. Let's do that. Nice. That's going to remove its Strengthen, and then we're going to do Demon Step. We're going to drop right in the middle of them. Get good damage on all the enemies. And then she can immediately launch a hit, or I can blink out. Oh my god, that is such a cool combo. So, I could kill one of these dragons. No, that's a wyvern, sorry. I can almost kill this dragon, though. Let's do that. That's some pretty good damage. So let's get our Hell Pigs in against the Necromancers, because I want to tie them down. Nice, they're poisoned. We have our Astral Serpents, or no, hold on. We can kill one of the dragons with Psychic Gaze, or we can just use our regular blasts here. Our Astral Serpents, I think, do need to take out the skeletons. As much as I want to just teleport in and do the thing, I think this is the best option. Because otherwise those skeletons are going to threaten my eyes. So we're going to kill this dragon. It's dead. And then, what I want to do is spur Asha to action. So Asha can immediately act again. And we can kill this wyvern. It is now dead. Oh wait, she can go again. This is hilarious. So this will leave one action left over. Let's blink to here, because I can't move to there, because I'm no longer slippery, I guess. So we'll blink here, just so that I don't accidentally hit my spiders, and then we're gonna wail on this dragon. Get some good damage in. She can still go. This is sick. Oh man. I love it. Well, what's the best bet? Poison darts? Nah. Magic blast? I'm gonna immobilize it. I'm not gonna do all that much damage. It's gonna do something. Or enemy units fumble. Let's actually do that. I'd rather have you guys fumbling your attacks. Good. They have been afflicted by visions of woe. Do I have anything left? You've acted, you've acted, you've acted. All in all, a productive turn. End our turn. Had some comments earlier on in the series that were disappointed. I even had like somebody leave the playthrough saying that I wasn't using tactics. I was like, I don't know, was it that bad at the beginning? Maybe. Maybe I wasn't using very good tactics at the beginning, but like I feel like we're doing pretty okay here. Let me know if my tactics are like good or mid or whatever. Feel free to be honest. I don't mind. If you have any recommendations for how to better employ tactics on the battle map, by all means. I just thought it was kind of weird that somebody left the playthrough at like the 3rd episode or something for that, but you know, whatever. Everybody's got their valuable time. Alright, you die. Asha Dragonkiller, holy crap. She just killed everything. She killed both of the wyverns and one of the dragons. Yeah, the Watcher here killed the other one. Speaking of the Watcher, what are you gonna do? My Serpent can just kill it, so let's drop a Psychic Gaze on you, so you're gonna die in just a sec. Our Astral Serpent's gonna finish these skeletons off. Our Worm can finish off this Necromancer. Is Burning Ground. We're gonna get Burning Grounded regardless of how we do this, but that's fine. We're just gonna go there and eat them. And our Hell Pigs are, never mind, because the battle's over. The summoned skeletons don't count, which is very nice. So, we have cleared the Shrieker's tomb pretty effectively. That was awesome. That was great. Alright, got some money, some other stuff, all going to the city of Funneled Webs, which is great, because that city can actually benefit from everything. And we have the Raiders of the Staff of Blossoms, Aftermath. You have survived the undead onslaught in the Shrieker's tomb. Now the tomb is safe to be searched. With the grave robbers long gone, your army wastes no time and immediately starts to gather any knowledge they can find about the people who were buried here. This tomb belonged to a fallen king, who was buried with his entire court after his assassination. Very Tomb Kings style. Mummify the entire court, bury them in the sand, along with their king. One of your soldiers points to a few decorated coffins, elevated above the others. Their contents ought to be special. We could loot the coffer of the King's Marshal. We'd gain a lot of draft in the City of Funneled Webs. We don't need. We could loot the coffin of the Steward, which would give us gold, which we definitely need. Or we could loot the coffin of the Poison King himself, which would give us a Staff of Blossoms, which I don't need because I already have one. We're going to take the gold. I'm no grave robber. That is absolutely untrue. I am 100% a grave robber. Okay. So, this stands ready to be annexed. We're just going to sit on it so that this city can't annex it now. And I think we need to... Wait, 10 turns? Ah, we can do it right now. Perfect. Let's annex the Lost Tomb. Done. We've got ourselves an Ice Spider Matriarch out of the deal. Yeah. Alright. That's kind of cool. By kind of cool, I mean very cool. It's a spider, and it's a different spider, and it's a matriarch. I like everything about this. Hold on. Frozen Web. So, instead of immobilized, it inflicts frozen. This unit cannot move or attack. That's basically... that's better than immobilized, because when they're immobilized, they can still attack. They just can't move. Sick. That's sick. I like it. Okay, now do we begin the, slaughter of the goblin kind? We can at least attack Blade Hollow here. Should be an easy conquest. Or do I spend more time putting my forces into position? I've got a lot of money. What I should actually be doing before I attack is making sure that we're building things. So let's actually build a tier 3 stronghold. We absolutely need that here. So we're gonna queue that up. We should also... We don't need to queue anything else up. I just want to make sure all of my cities are actually building. You're building the Masonic Hall. Good. The Spinner's Nest can be constructing something. We could be constructing a monolith. I do need more mana income, so I think I'm going to actually do that now. There goes my gold again. And the Spinner's Feast. A mint for more gold. And gold is always an issue, even if our gold income is good. It's never enough. And Arachna's Vale is already busy. So, we're looking good there. Arachna's Vale can annex another province as well. Alright, so the question is, do I move towards the Tower of Torment? Which is going to be the better option, eventually. Or do I seize these farmlands so that the filthy Khajiits, skooma-dealing Khajiits, can't take them? I think I'm going to do that. Also, more farmlands means faster expansion there later. So we're going to immediately do that. This will probably piss them off, because I'm sure they have claims on it, but, I don't care about that. And we've got ourselves a Spirit Wolf. Okay, interesting. What's the upkeep on this? It's a lot. It is a tier 3 unit. If you compare it to, like, my spiders, or these are tier 4. Look at that. That upkeep is so much better. Ooh, it does have an Imperium upkeep to... control matriarchs, though. Interesting. Like, what about this Razorback? I'm actually gonna ditch the Razorback, I think. Like, it's got just a very high mana upkeep, and mana is a problem. And unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to do the same here. I like these creatures, but they're not spiders. And their mana upkeep is kind of problematic. Like, looking at your upkeep, that's reasonable. It's a tier 1 unit. It's just a watcher at this point. Yeah, looking good. So, did we commence the invasion of Blade Hollow? Like, I'm just going to raise Blade Hollow when I take it, and then we can expand into those territories with the Spinner's Feast or the City of Funneled Webs. Whatever needs it more. Just as soon as we attack Blade Hollow, we're gonna be at war with the goblins. Because that's a vassal to Grix the Heart Eater. We have 3 armies here. I think we can deal with them. I would declare war. This would be a very unjust war. No, I don't want to do that just yet. Could declare war on the Overlord. Yeah, I would have to declare war on their Overlord. Let's check that. Let's actually make sure that we have some grievances first. The problem is, we could denounce them. It would cost us some mana. We have very unjust. We have 45, and here they have 85. Major grievances. Declare war without justification. I need my justifications this time. Well, Grix the Heart Eater is trespassed. We may as well do some denouncing. Then we're gonna hold off. We're gonna hold off on declaring war until we have a slightly better notion of it. Okay, hold on. We could do a Rally of the Lieges for Shadow Legionnaires from Donartur. Let's actually do that. We need money, which I don't have. Okay. Then let's not do that. Okay, this Ice Spider I'm pretty thrilled about. So we're gonna incorporate that. Like, how much is the Ice Spider costing us? It's a lot of mana. But, I mean, it is a unique unit that we can't really otherwise get. So, I'll take it. I'm also gonna have another Astral Serpent ready, just cuz. Alright, so I have skipped over one of my turns, just to not bog things down too much. So what I'm going to do here is... Basically nothing happened in the turn. What I'm going to do is move Synarix here, so that she can join up with the Ice Spider Matriarch that I've moved into this position already. So everyone's here waiting. All we need is the signal. We need 300 gold in order to fabricate grievances, and once we have fabricated grievances, we are going to be able to declare a war against Grix Heart Eater. What I'm doing here is I withdrew my guard from the Tower of Torment, because I'm not overly concerned about an attack coming from this direction anymore. And what we're going to do is move our forces here to attack Avernos as well. Now, Avernos has a pretty mean garrison, a lot of tier 4 Banneret Knights, which are, you know, kind of dangerous. But I'm confident in our ability to take them one way or another. We have completed the Conjure Astral Keeper upgrade, so now we can choose to either get Banshees, Entwined Thralls, or get Mental Mark. I think I'm going to get Mental Mark. It's going to be good to have more spells available to us. I'm not super keen on any of them, but at the same time, I don't know if we have too many more abilities that I'm super keen on anyways for now. We just need to wait until we can unlock the next tome, and then proceed from there. So let's just move all of our forces perfectly ready to seize Blade Hollow in a single fell swoop. And that's going to be our turn, I think. Knowledge sharing. Elric Shadowbiter, hello again, of Donartur has heard of your progress in education and knowledge. Every time I hear about the Spinner's Nest, I am amazed by your newest arcane breakthrough. It seems like you are advancing by leaps and bounds, while we still crawl like newborn babes. Would you, the brilliant oracular seer, be interested in educating my peoples that we may follow you on the path of knowledge? Baron Elric Shadowbiter bows. I bow before your arcane expertise, my seer, and humbly ask for your scholars to instruct mine. Okay, we could share knowledge. We would lose 40 knowledge per turn. We'd get 200 relations with them, maybe. Or we could have them pay us. That sounds good. Or we could personally tutor him. It has a 60% chance to just straight up get influence with them. And a 40% chance to lose an astral affinity, which I'm not a big fan of. And that with sour relations. No, we're gonna do this. We need the money. Okay, and with this money, we're going to fudge some claims. So, let's fabricate some grievances. Wonderful. So, that's... We now have 50 grievances. That's moderate. It's still very unjust. Does this take a while, or how does that work exactly? So, the diplomacy in this game is a little bit, I don't want to say convoluted. It's pretty simple. It's just a little bit, opaque. I don't exactly know what all of this means. So if we were to, say, declare war, yeah, it's still declare war without justification. Pronouncement. Fabricates a minor grievance against this opponent. This will enable you to start a justified war as normal, but it didn't enable me to start a justified war as normal. Or do I have to wait a turn? Do I have to wait a turn? Does it build up every turn? Not sure. Guess we'll find out in the next turn when I eventually do that. Also, they killed my scout that was here, which did not trigger a war, which I believe I already knew that, actually. I'd just forgotten because, aside from the episode I recorded and released yesterday, I haven't played this game in over a week. So I thought, oh, I'll just troll them with a scout until they declare war on me. But as it turns out, you can attack trespassers without declaring war, which is fair. So, alas, my scout expired. But, you know, it was for the best. I'm going to move my pursuer down to here just to keep a little bit better watch on their borders while I advance with the rest of my armies. I should have actually started building roads as we did that, which I will do now. Good. So we'll head this way and move towards Avernus. Avernus is going to be a tough cookie to crack because it's all tier 4 cavalry, which is scary. Banneret knights, basically. As for what we're doing here, I think we're just waiting until we can declare a non-unjustified war, because I don't want to take the Imperium hit again, because that Imperium hit was nasty. Speaking of our Imperium, we can have our heroes gain XP faster. All your units gain universal camouflage when in your domain. Ooh, okay. All heroes instantly gain 1 rank. That would be cool. Instantly gain 500 knowledge. That's also really cool. Gain the Crypt Blade. I don't need that. Bandit army? Nah. Cities gain 500 draft? Nah. Raising cities gains +1 population to one of your cities for every 3 population of the city that was raised. That sounds awesome. Because we're going to be doing some raising here real soon. So we're going to take that. Still have a bit more. Force March costs 50% less mana and inflicts 50% less damage. That's good. Pillaging takes 1 less turn and yields 50% more rewards. I do like pillaging. We may do that. Or, movement cost for friendly units in your domain is reduced by -2 movement points. Ah, this would allow us to move around really quick. I like that. Is that on the overland map or on the battle map? Either way, that's good. Whoops. Not what I wanted to click on. Yeah, either way, that's pretty good. We can get 1 extra siege slot. Could be good. +1 Whispering Stone. We don't really need that. What about here in Arcane? Research posts grant +5 knowledge. Conduits grant +5 mana. That's good, but it's very good. Your Throne City gains 15 knowledge for each magic material your empire has access to. That's going to be super clutch, because we have 295 knowledge. This is going to just immediately bump our knowledge up to 400, because we have a lot of magic materials. Alright, that was good. So that's done a number for our research. Let's continue saving up Imperium, and end our turn. We'll be patient until we actually have the grievances that we need. Alright, a new day has dawned. We have completed Mental Mark, so we will need to actually check a new tome.
Skills to choose a new tome to add to your research library. Ooh. Additional tomes will expand the selection of arcane skills available to you.
We know this. This looks fun. Tome of the Great Mire. Reduce your foe's movements to nothing. but a slow crawl, while disease and pestilence bring them to their knees. The swamp will reclaim any who dare enter its murky waters. I do like that. We can destroy target provinces and turn them into swamps, and units within suffer the poisoned and bogged down status condition. We would be able to summon swamp trolls. I'm not super interested in swamp trolls. They don't really work with our faction all that much, although it's not that bad. Maybe. Blight Boil. This is a damage debuff spell. Enemy unit suffering from poisoned explodes in a shower of toxin, inflicting 40 blight damage to itself and adjacent enemies and spreading poison to them. Oh my god. And then this is a siege project. At the start of enemy battle, enemy units sustain 10 blight damage and suffer the poisoned and decaying status conditions. Oh my god. These two look awesome. Mass Enervation. All allies gained 3 regeneration and hasten for 3 turns, and all enemy units suffered poison and bogged down. Oh, that's good. I like this. The Tome of Paradise? Not interested. Tome of Teleportation? Nah. Devastation? Do like Devastation, but I don't like the fire and all that type of stuff. Again, Pandemonium is interesting. Chaos Eaters could be fun. Let me actually check the Tome Library. Because there's a couple of ones further down. I've got some mods installed that actually add some new tomes. But I'm not sure if I can actually check them or use them. Like, we have the Tome of Witchcraft here. I can, actually. Okay, where's my Tome of Spiders? Because we definitely need that. Yeah, the Tome of Arachnids. It's a tier 1 tome. This is going to allow us to recruit vampire spiders, dread spiders. The Weaver's Hive, which is a city structure, allows to construct a hive of trained spiders under the city control. They spin valuable silk and drag wilderness creatures in, already preserved and wrapped for consumption. Okay. That's cool. And then spider webs is just a web spell. You know, we're going to take this. It's a short tome, which means we're going to be able to blaze through the research here very rapidly. But you know, I want it, and I want the vampire spiders, so we're gonna immediately research that. We're gonna lock spider webs, because these are only gonna take 1 turn to get through. So that's cool. You can actually go back and research older tomes. So, yes, thank you to the suggestion, the various suggestions. There was a couple people in the comments suggesting that I download that one, because, yeah, spiders. I know I replied to one of those comments saying I think it's too late to get those tomes, because I wasn't aware that you could just use the tome library to go back and select old tomes that you bypassed. That's very cool that you can. I like that you can do that. Well, we're gonna sit here for now. I'm gonna sit tight. Just gonna have all of my units sit tight. However, as I understand it, you can only move 3 armies into battle at once, which means having 4 armies here is not useful if I want to keep my groups into 3 army blobs. Ooh, we don't need Asha Shadowbiter and the Cursed Weaver in the same army. So what I'm going to do is move them around. This army, for example, needs a bit of melee support. So I'm going to actually put Asha in that army. So what I'm going to do is move one of these out. We'll throw Asha in here. And you're going to go there. Now, what I'm going to do is actually move... Do I move Malisa? Yeah, I'm going to move Malisa up to the teleporter, and we're going to send her to reinforce Arachna's Veil. Because we're going to need all the help we can to attack Avernus over there, because Avernus is going to be a tough nut to crack, unfortunately. So, we'll move our forces into here. You can advance there. Stay guarding. You're going to stay guarding. You're going to stay guarding. We're going to be set to attack Blade Hollow just as soon as we want to. Now, this army here is pretty strong on the ranged. I would even say too strong on the ranged. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move one of the Watchers out and throw in the Hunting Spiders I have here. This is a tier 2 unit instead of a tier 3 unit, but hey, it's going to eventually turn into a Hunting Spider Matriarch, which is, you know, they're pretty good. So we'll advance to here. We'll head to the teleporter. Screw it, do it this turn. We can take the Force March. I don't mind. Teleport to Arachna's Veil. Phew. Alright. And we can't go any farther. So you guys are going to hold off here, or we already... lurk around the fringes of their territory. We'll lurk. I do like lurking. Alright, all the spiders are in position. You know, you got your cool bone wyvern, which is cool and all, but I think I'm going to put you back onto a spider, because that's our thing. Oh, we do have some items here. A cloud in a bottle. That sounds good. Just to push enemies back. You have the Storm Orb, the Crown of Ruin. Oh, we can give you the Chestplate of Vitality. Sounds good. We don't have any foot items. Like, we haven't found any. Alright, all of our cities are done construction. Let's check Grix to see if there is any, Yeah, it's still without justification. And fabricating grievances, I really wish it told you, like... Maybe it does. Maybe I have to click on this. Still doesn't tell me much. The following war justification levels can be reached. Ah, it's a balance. I get it. Okay. It all makes sense now. You wrote comments trying to explain it to me. Thank you. So I need to settle grievances with her, but I don't think we can actually do that. Could pay for my transgressions. Maybe I need to. Okay, now it's just a semi-unjust war. What about these? These only cost 50? Screw it. Just do them. I'm gonna start paying for my grievances. Until we have a just war. Or a minorly justified war. I just don't want to commit another unjustified war because that's going to absolutely tank our Imperium income. And it was fine once, but I don't want to do it again. Unfortunately, that costed us quite a lot of gold, but it's fine. We'll be earning a lot of gold because all of our cities are on gold production now. What are you doing? Right, you were just keeping an eye out. Continue keeping an eye out. Though, this puts you very much in... Ah, look at that. Stay there. Not the best scouting unit, admittedly. I could be using actual scouts for that, but I don't want to buy actual scouts, so... We have completed our Tier 3 stronghold, so we should be able to annex more provinces soon enough. Let's get some spells ready to cast. I don't have anything that I need to cast, so... Suppose we can get a summon animal ready. Just so that if an enemy does threaten us and we're caught off guard, I can just warp in an army instantaneously. I don't know if it's me. The end turn timers actually seem to be less than they were before, which is very interesting. So we've completed the Vampire Spider Hatchling. That is delightful. Now let's get the Weaver's Hive, because that looks fun. Hold on. No. Oh, is it done? Did that just instantaneously finish? That instantaneously finished. That is hilarious. Okay, Arcane Supercharge. Magic Origin units get stronger. I mean, that's good, but... it's... mass... Nah. Shuffle. Awaken the Forest. No. Animals and plants. Boring. Devolve. That sounds more fun. Has a 90% chance of being transformed into a random Tier 1 animal until the end of the battle. Target non... Oh my god. Cast that on like a Tier 4 unit. Sweet. Let's turn a dragon into hell pigs. And then harvest them for bacon. Hell bacon, no less. Alright. Well, our forces have teleported into position, so we're going to move down here. Let's stay in friendly territory so that we can actually get a bit of healing done. You're just creeping around, having a look. Not doing anything too out of the ordinary. Hello. Well, my archer's probably going to die, because this army, I think, is going to wipe them out, because we are technically at war. Oh, hi. Retreat. So, from the looks of it, they're heading to Avernus. Watch our enemies kill each other, and then slaughter the rest? Sounds good to me. that is indeed what they're doing. Otherwise, I've got my 3 armies here. We're only going to be able to engage 3 of them at a time. They're all, like, tier 2 units. And they do have a couple of tier 3s. Point is, nothing tier 4. I'm confident we can win that. Okay. Produced a monolith. So we still need to settle some more grievances. The issue, are we settling the grievances just with her? Yeah, we are only with her. Oh my god, it's going to cost us more money. Is it too soon to sell another grievance? We have to wait 4 turns? So you can do multiple grievances in 1 turn, but you cannot do more. And we're back up to unjust already. God damn it. Kind of difficult. You really need a good gold economy. That's my main bottleneck here, by far. Well, since I have to wait 4 turns, I may as well build some things. You know, like, we got that new spider shrine, the Weaver's Hive. It's gold. Let's build a Weaver's Hive here. And that's the only one I'm going to be able to build, unless I sell items. We could sell some arms to Korsgul Ulok, because he's the one that I dislike the least. I mean, I still dislike him. I still want to eat him. It's just he's the one I want to eat the least. So let's see about trading some items. So we've definitely got some. I could just sell a crappy bow for 15 gold. Sounds good to me. That's enough to buy another spider hive immediately. We could also sell some other ones, because we do have a lot. I could sell the bone wyvern. 32. That's not very much. What about the Torbeld? I hate Torbeld. But he is rank 1, which means he probably has a lot of money. So... oh, he doesn't want any of my items. Well then. And Grix, we can sell her items. We can. Can we get more money? What about a horse? Yeah, you can have a horse. Let's drain her money a little bit by selling her some items that we don't need and that she's not going to benefit all that much from. The wyvern, 30 gold. You can get more gold from Korsgul, to be fair. And I'll be honest, we only do spider mounts here, so the wyvern was a fun experiment, but so we're actually getting more money out of selling stuff to him, at least for now. The Ring of Opportunity, maybe. What about the Lucky Ring? That's the 5% crit. One of these weapons we could also sell. The Lightning Sword, perhaps? 32? Nah. We'll keep it. We have enough to buy another spider hive. That's what's important. So we are going to buy another spider hive. Perhaps we'll buy it here in Spinner's Feast. 1 more turn to complete a mint. Let's build it in Arachna's Veil. I mean, it's called Arachna's Veil. It would be silly if it didn't have a Weaver's Hive. So we'll put that there. Get us some extra gold. Can't afford it down here for now. That's okay. We have our Spider Knights at the ready. Let's actually teleport some of our Spider Knights up, because I would like to use these bad boys. So let's send them to the City of Funneled Webs or the Spinner's Feast. Let's send them to the Spinner's Feast. I think that's the closest. Yeah, sort of. Okay, so you're going to head this way. You can move really far. Okay, we'll send them that way soon, and then we'll move one of these other units out. Not sure. Probably the Dark Warriors. We can withdraw them and have them act as a garrison to the Spinner's Feast, because there's no garrison there, which is a little bit concerning. But we'll be fine. Let's end our turn. So, I have an idea. We are still technically at peace with the goblins. We haven't committed to this war yet. We've just put it into motion. However, a new opportunity has presented itself, because the Khajiits are moving to attack the goblins. Their throne city's right here. If I take out their throne city, we take them out. Maybe we have to take out their throne city and their leader. I'm not sure. In either case, we could take out their throne city, though. That's kind of the important thing here. And I mean, we almost have the Imperium necessary to where we could, I don't know, get another city, so we could just conquer it. I kind of like this idea. Now, we do need to be careful, because they might come for us here, but what we can do is I'm going to withdraw from the Goblin border, because I'm going to commit to this. And as I withdraw from the Goblin border, we need to move ourselves to one of the teleporters, where we can easily reinforce Arachna's Veil, should that be necessary. In fact, we may want to head to Arachna's Veil already. You just sit there. And you are actually going to go to Arachna's Veil instead. So, head on there if you would. And you're going to chill out in that city. Yeah. So I lost the archer down here. It was killed by that army as I expected it would be. But that's fine. It's less upkeep. So we've completed a mint here. Let's complete a Weaver's Hive. Get us some extra mana and food. Or golden food, even better. And we do have more cities that can construct Weaver's Hives. We should be building these everywhere, after all. God damn it. It's always in the different place. Alright, here we go. Let's build one right down here. So, I think this will be very cool. A free city has declared war on me. Star Trail. Okay. Well, whatever. Yeah. Okay. I like this. I like this. We're going to take out the cat people next. I think that's going to be our best course of action. So let's head back just to check the surface here. We're advancing on their capital. I'm hoping that this isn't going to cause their armies to turn around immediately. We're just sitting here. We're just in no man's land. We're not moving threateningly to your capital or anything. There's absolutely nothing to be concerned about. Let's wait and see what they do. Delvers of Secrets. The chairman of the Unbeheld Council comes before you, an ornate book in her hands. This, she says with pathos, is the legacy of the Unbeheld. In ages past, tribes, kingdoms, and entire realms have disappeared into the mists of time. Their knowledge seemingly lost forever, but with great dedication and spellcraft, much that was forgotten can be rediscovered, like runic messages carved deeply into the hidden roots of this world. We have uncovered a book of tutelage ready for transcription so that all the Unbeheld may be guided to study the past. You are wise. This knowledge will reshape the Unbeheld. We would gain the Mark of the Owl trait, which should give us +1 shadow affinity. I do like that. Cities of this race gain plus 15 knowledge from cleared wonders within their domain. Okay, so that's 30 right there. Only affecting cities, so it's not going to affect the forge that we took. And then minus 20 stability when there is no cleared ancient wonder in their domain. I'm not a big fan of that. The past is not comprehensible to the masses. Let me enlighten you. We would lose 115 knowledge per turn, and we would gain no new traits. Or I forbid such dwellings in the past. Shape rather the future, ere all the Unbeheld have turned to dust. All of our cities would lose some stability. All free cities of the Unbeheld would lose 300 relations for 18 turns, and we would gain no... I feel like we kind of have to take this. Like, why would you take this over this? I guess if you don't want to lose the knowledge. Not a very good event. Mark of the Owl's nice, I guess. Fine, I'll take it. Destiny trait gained. A race can only have so many traits. Which should we abandon? We have the Mark of the Conflux, which is +1 astral affinity. And we gain +1 city stability for every 35 mana in the controller's global mana reserve, up to 30 city stability. And cities of this race generate -1 mana for each population they have. Could be good. Or Mark of the Otter. +1 nature affinity. Gain 5 city stability for each friendly animal unit within their domain, and I'm going to lose Mark of the Conflux. It's going to increase our mana situation. However, our stability situation is now quite bad. So we do need to build Overlord's towers everywhere, and they are kind of expensive. We trade one thing for another, I guess. So it goes. Alright. We move towards Belstar. I'm not going to pillage these territories, because ultimately these are territories I want to take. And what I'm going to do is actually not move through enemy territory, just so that they don't immediately suspect what I'm doing. They probably will. Like, if they're smart, they'll immediately realize what I'm doing, but, you know, on the off chance they don't. Okay, let's send these back to Arachna's Vale. And why I'm going to send these back to Arachna's Vale is because they've got all their armies down here. 2 of them are moving back. The moment I attack here, their armies are going to move back to try and intercept me, because they aren't actually going for Avernus by the looks of it. They're going somewhere else. Maybe to Nidgard, maybe to somewhere. Who knows? The further away they get, the better. But if they come back, I want to have my armies here waiting for them so that we can ambush them on the return. So this will leave the city of Funneled Webs temporarily undefended, but that's a risk I'm willing to take. Move everything to Arachna's Vale. You creep around here, I guess. You were watching the underground passage? Never mind. Go back. Continue watching the underground passage. Okay. And you are going to advance into the teleporter and warp to Arachna's Vale. Alright, so that is 3 armies in Arachna's Vale. That's good enough. We'll keep the giant force here guarding the city of Funneled Webs. That's also going to help with the stability, because there's a spider guarding that city. So, good. Wonderful. Alright. Hold here for now. We've completed the Weaver's Hive. We need to start building... this place specifically needs an Overlord's Tower. Actually, it needs an animal unit. That seems to be the actual problem here. So let's put a vampire spider hatchling in the city. It's going to come out in 2 turns. That should already fix things. Maybe we don't need the Overlord's Tower. In which case, instead, let's build knowledge and gold experimentation chambers. Sounds good to me. Never have too much gold. New Empire skill available. We do have 396. It's almost 400. So we could get this. That's going to further increase our knowledge and our mana, putting us back into ridiculous amounts of mana. Immediately conjure a defended magic material near each city in your empire. Holy shit, that's good. Immediately summon an army of magic origin units with low maintenance. It's also really good. Instantly gain 1,000 mana. That's also good, but not necessary for us. Oh, man. And this, your armies regenerate 10 hit points per turn in hostile domain. Ooh. Cool. Very cool. But I'm going to save up for expanded governance, because we're going to take another city soon. But we will be doing that in the next episode, I think, is when we're going to make our move on Belstar, which, of course, we're going to devour and rename to something very, you know, spidery. And I think we have a good plan for how to deal with this. What I don't know is if they have more armies here, but I'm confident the 3 armies we have can deal with whatever they have, because our armies are quite good. We're pretty strong. They may have numbers on us, but we have a far more elite force. And, you know, if I do say so myself, I'm starting to get the hang of how to use it, too, so that helps. Alright, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. This has been a slightly less eventful episode, though we did clear out the Shrieker's tomb, which was a pretty fun fight, and that went awesomely. The next episode should be back to war. We'll be exterminating cats, and, you know, it'll be a good time for all, except for the cats that are being exterminated, because they probably won't enjoy that, but, you know, we don't care about them. Alright, everyone. Leave it a like if you've enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ash Heriter out.